Depression is a tangle of multiple symptoms.
La la la. Okay. Oh, yo, Noah's already here. Oh man. Okay. How are you doing now? How you doing? How you doing, my friend? My face you already wet. Oh god. Welcome your name. I'm glad you could be here, man. I'm gonna be playing some Metal Gear Solid 3. Oh man. He was never a villain, I know, but I like calling Big Boss a villain. Because he technically is. He's an antagonist. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know, I love calling him a villain. The idea of playing as what's considered the antagonist of the series, just, oh, it's so cool to me. Yep, that's unfortunate, but he eventually grew to do some questionable things. Yeah. I honestly enjoy, I like Big Boss more than Solid Snake, actually. I'll explain the story because I bet most people don't really know what Metal Gear is about. So I'll give like a brief summary whenever it starts up. Okay. Somebody posted something in meme. Finally. Oh my god, Maxer. Oh my god. Maxer's a god. I love that guy. Okay. So we'll just be waiting for more people to fill in and 4 people. Awesome. So happy you guys could join in. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a good day, definitely. How are you? How are you now? How are you, my adorable little friend? My, my little adorable little. I could just pinch your cheeks, friend. Hmm. Well, if you don't want to answer, no, fine. God, I just wanted to know how you were. Ah. Fine. How are you? How are you? Oh. Hmm? The audio's weird. The audio is weird for you. Your name? I was playing some music in the back. Oh, well. Okay. Let me mess with that. Hmm. Okay. Let me listen to the recording real quick. Hold up. be waiting for more people. The audio's weird. How are you? How are you now? How are you, my adorable little friend? My little adorable little. I could just pinch your cheeks, friend. I listened to the recording. It wasn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it wasn't really that. I didn't hear anything weird. Oh my lord. Hey, yeah. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh my god, I'm dying. Oh. Hey, yeah. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, I'm good. Okay, if that's it, then I hope everyone is up for some Metal Gear Solid. Is everyone ready for this interesting experience? Or is audio still weird? Should I fix it? I'm not that sick now. Maybe a little bit. The audio is cutting in and out really fast. Huh. Okay, let me mess around with that. Okay, how am I now your name? Does this sound okay? Let's perform more tests to get better. Oh my god. Oh man. Does everything sound alright? Everything, everything, is the issue resolved, or should I go and try and fix it up a little bit more? I, yeah. Mm, yeah. Ugh. Oh god. It's a little static, I think. Okay, I think this is good. How does everything sound? How does everything sound okay? Do the things sound better, my friends? Are we clear to better than before? Okay. But the issue is still there? Better than before. Okay. Let me mess around with it a bit more. Okay, here's the final check. How do I sound? Final check. Hiya. Metal Gear. Metal Gear. Shagohod. Sokolov. Boss. How does it taste? Oh, Ocelot. I'll eat your steak. Everything sound good. Audio is really weird. Okay. Oh, killers are yo. Oh, damn. How do I? How do I fix that? Okay, let me listen to my voice real quick. Lolly lule lo. Lolly lule lo. Lolly lule lo. Let me check that. Lolly lule lo. Okay, how about this? Lalilulelo, lalilulelo, lalilulelo. Ah, the Patriots.
I don't know how to. No, no, no. I'm still here. It's just the audio is just hella weird right now. I'm wondering if it's like my computer or the headset. I'm beginning to think it's my computer. Just has a weird audio jack. Hmm. No, no, no. Oh. Still here. Hmm. What the? Why the? Stop. No. Stop playing my voice. Hmm. Ah. Ah. Come on. Why did gotta mess with me like this? That sucks. Damn. Let me check it one more time. Damn. Okay, how am I now? Because I listened to the recording and it's actually like my audio is actually fine. So I think it's an issue on the streams part, which sucks. But another test, another test. Damn it. Mm. How do I fix this? Okay, let's try this again. Ah. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Ah! Why? Why is it like this? Oh, Well, if this continues, I'll just play mute. Okay, last test. If this doesn't work, then I'll just play mute and I'll talk to you guys through chat.
Okay. Final final thingamajig. Nope.
So to give an idea of how the game order goes for people, this is the 4th game in the Metal Gear installment. Even though it would be no. Technically, this is the 4th because you had Metal Gear back in 88, 87, and then you had MGS Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation, and yeah, MGS2 Sons of the Patriots, and then you have Snake Eater, and then you had Guns of the Patriots, and then you had 5 The Phantom Pain. Yeah, so in order of operations, if you want to go chronologically, it would be Snake Eater, MGS5, Metal Gear from in the 80s, MGS Metal Gear Solid, Sons of the Patriots, and then Guns of the Patriots. Yes. I mean, you played it before, right? Oh, yes. Oh. How's everybody doing? The rest of our audience.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
There's so many names. Quick question. So, have you played Ratchet and Clank? Oh my god, that's fun. Yeah.
Flying over Pakistan.
Oh, you know what? I might have to hook up my PlayStation
Approaching
2.
Soviet airspace.
Ready to go.
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Actually, might be the stream that's acting up.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Yeah, because the voices from the characters are glitchy
Approaching
too.
release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
Not a real. It's not too glitchy, but there's still like a little chop.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch. Sunrise.
That was probably why your voice was choppy too. Yeah.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles
This is so quiet in here.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Oh, cool.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
Fanboy? I'm a fanboy of you, man.
It's the return of all the old
Status
people.
okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3,
Right.
2, 1.
Spread your wings.
Checking it out.
Fly. God be with you.
There's always gonna be that one confused person who joins the voice chat. It's like, what's going on? You know, it's right back.
Sweet.
Now Neutral Zone doing that speed drug.
Drug.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA... has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
After this
Sokolov.
cutscene, I
Isn't he
need to
that
ask you
famous
something.
rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok.
Oh, that 5-second delay.
Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why'd he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Actually, never played a Metal Gear Solid game in my life. Alright.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selinoyarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
I may just head out, actually. Hey, you too, Nicho. Love you, man. You're awesome.
Hey, right back.
See y'all.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point.
You're loving my life.
Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
you'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle. Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree.
Yeah, I had to mute the stream so I don't hear myself echo, because that always bothers me. I was gonna ask about since you, how long is your break till? 9 days. All right, so. Okay, so when do you plan on, are you planning on streaming World War Witch? This Sunday? Oh boy. Alright, I can't wait to catch it. Alright, that's all. That's all I'd ask. I'm going to mute myself now. Do I have any advice or what? Play the game. Play the game. It's hard to kind of, you know, tutor someone about a game that just take your time. That doesn't have a learning curve that's like steeper than the cliffs of Dover, so you'll be all right. An air conditioner? Oof. Good luck with that.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack.
Right.
Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left.
Vocal
From
blue.
that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from item.
Well, if I'm
Got
unmute,
it.
you'll probably
Use the
hear a watch
survival
in the
viewer
background going
backpack.
off.
Yep, we do.
That's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic,
Nah,
so
you're
to
good,
speak,
fam.
as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on
I'm
the
looking up
gunship
ship
with me.
girls at the moment.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
So
As an medic who comes in
apparently,
by parachute.
I didn't know there was
Aren't you
another
going to tell me your
series
real
like
name?
Concol.
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's
Yeah,
John
well,
Doe.
I'm
And they
being
call you Jack for short.
learned at the moment.
You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's
Time to
one
get a
more
pen out.
person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes,
Start taking notes.
you
Neutral.
remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
This reminds me so much of Call of Duty World at War. The intro though is just like talking about the Soviet Union and all that. That's literally how every mission on Call of Duty World at War starts.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I have a slight headache.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen.
I disagree. You don't need to hear me typing in the background.
Huh? Who was that? What was that? Something there? Huh? Who's that? Radio! Call it! Beginning of you playing this game for the first time. Just cut yourself some slack. You'll get the hang of it. You'll just have to suffer a little bit in the meantime. I don't mean to say that to be disheartening. Huh? Who was that? There's nobody here. Huh? Who was that? Who's that? I'm not that old. You must be like 8, must age in turtle years, dude. think they see you. I mean, you could have just waited for the alert to die down. Yeah, that's the amount of oof. And he fell down the river. Did he survive though? No, he did not. He took a really heavy plunge. Alright, so just taking time. We should be able to switch to. We're using controller? Alright. You should have the some trank darts. Yeah, there you go. No.
What was that?
Oof. I would no crouch there, you dick. Might have to shoot him a few times. Yeah, I don't think you can move while you're in a crouch position.
Just my imagination.
Wow. It's dark. Well, as he keeps fumbling around, he ends up waking his neutral is dicking around. Oof. Oh, neutral. That's so wrong. It's money disposal 101. See? Karma. I think, maybe. Oh, but you're doing something. I don't know what you're trying to do. Oh, that's what you did. You'll figure it out, I think. Maybe. Okay, the body. Slowly. You should be able to pull yourself up. Maybe. Did he fall off? I don't know. There's a delay. Oh, he got it. Oh! I figure out how to pull himself up. The bridge is slippery. Yeah. I thought you actually. I mean, when you say it, and then I see it 15 seconds later in the stream, it's like, did it actually go through? And just you're just giving yourself a heart jump, scared. It's good cardio though. What? Where are you reading this from? Don't what me? I heard what you said. So you're gonna drag him all the way back to the cliff face and drop him into the ring. Oh my god, you're so... You better be happy there's not a time limit. Oh no. Wow, that's just making him suffer. Wow. Please.
Vodka.
And potatoes. Oh, and cheeky buriki. Stop! You're shanking him in the legs. Wow.
The mannequins.
Because you're blatant and dumb.
It's not. It's not like, what was that? It's like, what was that? Something like that. Hello.
Smacks her. See, completely gives in to his earthly bodily desires. He has a thing for new people. And voices, and people that do good gifts. Yes. Yes.
You have a gun.
J-Root's got a gun.
But you can't move while you're crouching. That doesn't make any sense.
Are you just exploring right now? Are you... Okay, so you haven't seen walkthroughs or playthroughs of this before, right? Wow, interesting. Interesting.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held.
So many cutscenes.
I can't see Sokolov
lazy.
from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. And do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Colonel.
Yes.
Understood.
Talking
Beginning
to
my approach to the target.
Asian man who thinks he's neutral. All this. Whose side do I have to pick? Do I take the neutral standing, or do I go? Tackle.exe has failed to launch. Okay, remind me later. Neutral. Take me.
Wow.
This neutral sauce is exfoliating my skin. My camo has gone up. I could hide from the bush hookies.
Apparently, it depends on the difficulty you're on. Yeah, the lower the difficulty, the longer they are tranquilized. Yeah, according to this one site, it's about 60 seconds on hard, and then add a and then add another 60 seconds as you go down.
He says that when he hasn't met any IRL.
He said he's saying that when you haven't met any IRL. Cool.
I've been duped.
Cheek. Oh my god, what are you doing?
I mean, he's obviously getting some of that cheeky, fakey.
The cheeky poke. Stun grenade. Is it silent? Based on my experience in Call of Duty, it's like, oh, the only thing you see is a flash of light and hear nothing. Pokemon. So Joshua is asking if you're using a keyboard. Oh.
This is not Dark Souls neutral. As entertaining that would be. No. I mean, No's not here. It's just... Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. You're referring to the stream. Okay. I don't know, I need to take a nap. That's good. Please don't.
I think I saw something. Huh. Guess I'm seeing things. Huh? What's wrong? HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've got a man down. Going into alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Not unless I tell them. Oh, it's a secret spy all along.
Cheeky. Cheeky pretty. Hiding underneath this crack, he says. Man.
So how come you're silent on the stream? Oh.
That guy? I know he's close.
Back to waiting we go.
A lewd serial killer.
Oh man.
No, it's cute. It's cute. I mean, it's accurate. He doesn't decline it. Where do you get Rhino out of Reno? Yeah, Rhinos, there's an H in Rhino. It's alright. Whoa. You're older than me, though. What?
Wait, what?
Just my imagination. Huh? The enemy is close by.
It was like right there.
What's wrong?
Oh, damn these Russians always being so hasty. If you get it, I'll give you a medal. What's wrong?
It's an exception.
Good Did you not? As much as I love Snakes IRL, I don't need to become your pet in a game. Yeah.
Snake.
Yep.
Stabby, stabby.
Control here. The situation is normal.
Understood. Return to your position.
What's that growling noise? To cool all off.
That was not a growl. It was some strange mating ritual call.
Stun grenade him to death.
What's wrong?
Hey, Neutral. We are people. We are people. Oh, well. Subdued. Just don't murder him. Murder, death, kill.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. We've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then
Voldemort.
The soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Wait, they're speaking in Russian?
Second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Pretty good.
No wonder this place looks familiar. Are they not Volgan's men?
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Oh, it's him.
Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
He's so
What?
flashy. Oh, damn. And there's no point in their armor.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
GRU operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
That hair.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
I love how he says shoot him and the first guy literally just goes in. Is that why all the animations look so, like, slunky?
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you.
Oof.
Besides,
Remake one.
I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to
I would
twist
say
your
it's
elbow
mostly for
to
the
absorb
cinematic
recoil.
experience at the time.
That's more of a revolver.
Of course, it looks dated now, but this was pretty cool back in the day.
The American dog.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
Oh yeah.
I've run into
Where
a few
did that dart
snags.
come from on that one
These guys
soldier?
were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named
Oh, makes
Volgan.
sense.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
The NPCs.
Hey. I just realized I was muted again. Alright, I'll be back. I wanna get dinner and I'll be back later, hopefully. So
Okay.
yeah.
Terrorists kidnapped some Russian rocket scientists, and they're gonna blow everyone up. Snake, get in there. Just kidding. First, I'm gonna talk about the Cold War for 7 minutes while you jump out of a plane. Russians, Russians, Russians!
Can I start the mission yet? Okay. Time to rescue Sokolov. Wait, hold on.
Snake, I'm going to introduce you to your support team. My name is Major Tom, and I'm British.
Hi, Snake. I'm paramedic, and I like movies.
Oh, and you're... mentors here.
Jack, it's...
Boss! Boss, why did you leave me?
Jack.
Boss, I'm so lonely.
Jack, listen. Jack, you need to discover what it means to be a soldier. Today's friends might be tomorrow's enemies. Like next week, when you'll have to kill me.
What?
Snake, the mission.
Time to find Sokolov.
Snake, remember the basics of CQC.
Okay. Knife. Gun. Knife gun. Commencing virtuous mission. Now. Cactus.
Snake, Sokolov being held in an abandoned factory.
Okay.
But it's the 60s, so there's no radar, and all of your equipment sucks.
So what I do?
I don't know. Hide in a bush or something. Hope no one's coming.
Hey, what's that? I was free. Oh, okay then. Okay, time to really find Sokolov. I am afraid of everything. Oh, that must be him. Vulcan's gonna get me and take my nuclear rocket ticket. Dude, chill, get you out of here. Okay, time to...
No, wait.
Walk right into that one.
Anybody want to see how awesome I am?
Yeah, not really.
But look at this cool trick I can do.
Man, whatever.
Somebody doesn't think I'm cool. Self-esteem team!
Major! Oh, Major, did the big scary man make fun of you?
We think you're cool.
What's with that dumb pose anyway? You're just jealous because you look like a doofus. Wait, what just happened?
Maybe if you got a revolver, you'd suck less.
Okay, to be honest, the animation was pretty spot on. So true. From the beginning, anyway. So is this blue strip supposed to be at the top? Like
You
when
okay?
seeing
Those men were from the Ocelot unit,
Spetsnaz. All these numbers.
The best Gru has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without
That's
support
a
from
big
friendly
gun.
units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't
Metal
be truly
Gear.
finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
Dang.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. to see my wife and child again
Snake
in
keeps
America.
asking so many questions.
Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Oh boy. Nothing, absolutely at all. Especially it's a cutscene.
Boss?
Oh, hey. Wow. Oh, wait.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets.
Wait, what? Oh.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
Wait, then where's the third person?
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
Oh, it's the old man.
It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And
Dang,
to my
he
unit.
ugly.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No. This one is still just a child, too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Jesus.
He's seen my face.
Wait, but why did she defect?
We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah, just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button.
Dang, that's so many instructions. Imagine having to do each and every step at a time. Oh wait, you have to do every. Oh no. I think you need to disinfect first. Oh my god, a cigar. Congratulations, you are now a doctor. It is.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now.
It's probably
Just
one of
stay
the
where
bodies
you
you
are.
threw
We'll
down the
drop a
chasm
recovery
earlier.
balloon. Can you set it up?
Oh no.
Welcome to your nightmare, Neutral.
That's some deep stuff.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
Is that her? No, wait. Who?
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear.
Wait, I thought Sokolov said his wife was in America. Then who's this?
A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel,
Oh,
even if they
no.
are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
No, don't do it. How did you aim that? Explosion! Snake eater. I mean, what?
The trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd like to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Okay then. Yeah, you too.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000
wow.
feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are
It's like a
nominal.
split second.
Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here.
Guess I'm not
We
hiding.
can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard.
I'm gonna see.
Yes, hi, hello.
Ah,
Hello. Damn it, my headphones suck.
Mr. Neutral.exe has stopped working.
Re?
Yeah, I see.